Well, good evening. Welcome to this class on Karmic Astrology. At the moment of your birth, or the time of your birth, the place of your birth, your horoscope is drawn up, this blueprint that you have for life. Everyone has this wonderful blueprint. And in Karmic Astrology, this blueprint, this horoscope, is your karmic pattern, which shows you everything that you have learned in the past, all the wonderful talents and abilities you bring with you in this lifetime, which we all have, and everything you still have to learn, right? Your challenges, the difficulties, and so on. And it's all there for us when we come into this life. There's no such thing as an innocent baby, actually, if we think about it. There is a certain innocence, obviously, because as we start every new cycle in life, we start afresh. And as we go through the initiation of birth, we are starting a major new cycle, a new opportunity for us to, the karmic astrologers say, lead a more soul-centered life. And this is where the horoscope can help you to do that. So it's a guidebook. It's a guidebook for us to use. And if you think about it, here we are waiting on the other realms before we're born. Who believes in reincarnation? I'm not going to throw daggers at you if you don't, because, you know, we believe, it doesn't matter what we believe, but astrologers, I have to say astrologers do believe in reincarnation. They believe that before we're born, we're sitting up there on the other realms, higher or lower. It's up, you know, according to us, what we've done in the past, waiting for our moment of rebirth, and that's determined by us, by our higher self. And we have to find the right time, the right parents, the right place to be born, according to our karmic pattern. It sounds impossible. It sounds like an amazing task, but of course, this is something that our higher self knows how to do. We choose our parents, and we usually have, I have to say, karmic ties with our parents. And I'm sure many of you feel that you do. And yes, we do. It's not by chance that we have the parents we do. So there we are, ready to be reborn, and the right moment comes. And so the moment of conception, and there we are in and out of the womb of our mother for 9 months, until this great initiation, which it is, called birth, comes along. And it is an initiation. It's a very important initiation. It's an opportunity for us, each of us, to lead a more soul-centered life. And this is the essence of karmic astrology, because this is what it's really all about. You know, we are spiritual beings in physical bodies. It's not the other way round, even though society would like to have us believe that. You know, we're indoctrinated from the day we're born through advertising that we have to have these clothes, we have to have a bigger house, a bigger car, and so on and so forth. And it can be very difficult for us to come back to our source, to realize that actually we are spiritual beings moving through this experience in physical bodies, not the other way round. So karmic astrology takes us back to our source. It doesn't concern so much with externals. So we're born, we start this journey, and we have various guidebooks we can use. One is our parents, hopefully. One is our intuition, which is the ultimate one of all, actually, our own intuition. But it takes a while to develop that, often. And one is things like astrology, numerology, palmistry, other methods that we can use as guidebooks, not as crutches, but as guidebooks to help us through this journey of life. Because, you know, we wouldn't go on any journey without some kind of guidebook. And this is often why, when we're young, especially if we're people like we are in this room, who kind of searching in various ways, in various degrees, often when we're young, we don't perhaps really feel that we fit in, and life can be very difficult. And astrology also does evolve too. And it was Dane Rudhyar, the French astrologer in 19 well, the late 1800s, who sort of started this trend of karmic or evolutionary astrology, as it's called. So thanks to him, it changed from a very fatalistic thing, very deterministic study, to one where the soul is at the center and nothing is set in stone. You know, we can change our destiny. And we change our future with every breath we take, with every thought we think, with every action especially that we take. Every time we do that, we change. At a certain point in our evolution, we want to take control of our lives, right? We're fed up with things happening to us. We want to take control. And it's then that astrology is not able to predict things in the same way. I studied with and worked closely with a real master of yoga, and a realized master of yoga for 25 years. And he had a high intuition based on his yogic discipline of many, many years. And he didn't need astrology or anything like that because he had a superb sense of timing. He knew when certain things were about to happen. He was very attuned to the planets and the flow. This is Dr. George King, who is the founder of the Ethereal Society. And I honestly say to you, you need to find out more about this man. But aside from that, if we don't yet have this high intuition, which I don't, astrology can not only help us as a guide, but it helps us to develop our intuition. There are many cycles in astrology. Who's heard of one fabulously popular one, the Saturn return? I know you have. Okay, it happens to us the ages of 29 to 32, 58 to 61, and I think 87 to 90, around about that, about every 29 years. Saturn, the planet Saturn, returns to the point where it was when we were born, basically. And Saturn is called the Grim Reaper, but it's actually the great teacher. So what it does, if we've really spent 29 years screwing up our life, then when it returns to the point when it was born, then it will bring us the results of those actions, do you see? So it can be really, really difficult, and often is. But if we've lived a perfect life, and of course I'm sure all of us here do, right? Then it can be a very positive thing for us.